So welcome back, everyone. My next guest has been with me on the show now. I think it's about 4 times at least right now. I have with me Loren Kutzko. He is the owner of the Entrapernur Source. Welcome to the show. I want you to tell everybody a little bit about what you do, how you can help people, and listen up, everyone, because this is great. And I love the fact that, you have just so much that you can offer someone out there, especially for that person who might be in transition, or someone out there that's looking. Well, you tell them what you do.
Thanks, Carol. Yeah, it's great to be back. Again, my name is Loren Kutzko. I'm with the Entrapernur Source, and I'm a franchise consultant and a business coach. And so my clients come to me usually in some kind of career transition. I had a guy I was talking to yesterday. He said, I'm 2 years from retiring, and I'm not sure what I want to do when I'm retired, but I know I don't want to be retired. I want to keep active. So what can you show me that's going to align with my lifestyle goals, the amount of hours I want to put into a business that's going to help me build some income? I don't know if I necessarily just want to volunteer while I'm retired. It'd be nice if I could grow something and build some equity and build some income. So what's out there? And so that's what I do. We do a work style inventory to make sure we find a business that's going to align with my client's strengths. We find the right financing based on their credit, based on their income, based on what they're trying to earn out of the business, with the equity they're trying to build into the business. And so it's really a customized, holistic solution to help people find the right business for them that matches their gifts.
Now, the person that is retiring, coming up to retirement, is perfect because a lot of people, our number might say that we should be retired, but we know we're not really ready. That's perfect. But also, there's a lot of people out there that they lost their jobs or moved and thought they would move here and get a job, no problem, and they didn't. And so you have to find something for yourself. And my God, being your own boss, what a wonderful thing.
Absolutely. I mean, in my mind, the person in their mid-50s or 60s, early 60s that is looking for a job is a huge asset to a company. I mean, you've got all these millennials that are running around like chickens with their heads cut off. They don't know what they're doing.
Right.
But the companies won't hire the experienced folks because they're too expensive. Mm-hmm. And so what do you do with that asset of the knowledge and the skill that you have? Well, forget building wealth for the shareholders of so-and-so Fortune 500 company in Phoenix. Build your own wealth. Invest your talent and your time and your energy and your finances into your own company. And we'll help you find the right one.
Tell them like the kind of things that you have to offer, because it's just gazillion practically.
It is. It's not quite a gazillion, but there's 200. And the thing that people misperceive about franchises is that they're only the brands that they see when they're driving down the street. So people see the Jimmy John's and the IHOPs and even the hotel chains, right? You drive down the street and you go, oh, maybe I want to own a restaurant. But a lot of people drive down the street and they go, I'm certain I don't want to own a restaurant, especially if I'm trying to retire. But that's 10 of the 200 businesses are
right.
Food-oriented businesses that have high lease costs, high fixed costs, require a build-out of a space, and then where you have to passively wait for your customers to come to you. And so when the economy turns down, you don't know what you're going to do to build up your business. The other 190 businesses are businesses with low fixed costs, low startup. You service your clients on a repeat basis. You go to them, and you build it out, and you scale not by getting another $500,000 location, but by getting another $40,000 van.
As an example to one that's not the typical that we think of, mm-hmm. What would be one?
Well, I was just thinking about this election and the results of it and kind of what's going on in the Arizona economy. And a lot of people are concerned about education in Arizona. On the one hand, you get a lot of teachers that are dissatisfied with what their experience with education. You get a lot of parents that are nervous about education for their kids. You get a lot of general defunding of education. And one of the things that's happening in the business environment in general, and specifically in franchising, is you're seeing a lot of businesses come in and provide additional after-school education to fill in the gaps. So you get businesses that are coming in and doing after-school programs so that students, instead of going to a daycare and zoning out in front of Minecraft, they're actually staying at school and learning more about science, technology, engineering, and math. So you get STEM programs that are happening after school that are being done by business owners. The business owner is not hanging out with kids in the afternoon. The business owner is interacting and building relationships with the schools, and then they're hiring part-time college kids that are going in and teaching the students in the afternoons. It's a great business model. It scales really easily. It has very few expenses, and it scales really quickly.
Now, we have our lines open here. You also are part of a book that you all wrote within your company. You're an author of this, and I'd like to talk to a little bit about it. We're going to give 5 of them away. We've got 5 people that are going to win them, and everyone's getting entered in to win them. So we've got, it's Your Career 2.0. It's a survival guide for the battered career and investor syndrome. Talk about it for a minute.
Absolutely. The thing we were just talking about is the new career economy, right? It's not what we were all raised to believe, right? That if we go to school and we study and we work hard and we get a job, that we can hang on to it for 30 years and then we can have a gold watch and a pension, right? It's just, everybody knows that's not happening. The average tenure in a job is 2.5 years. People are changing jobs every 2.5 years. And so in this book, the Entrapernur Source has about 150 people that do what I do. We're all owners of the business in our own markets, and we're coaches, and we coach our clients. And we got together and we wrote this book called Your Career 2.0. What do you do when you're experiencing that battered career syndrome? Is it possible that instead of doing that same thing and kind of hitting your head against the wall every Monday morning and hating it, that you could find a business that you can own and you can wake up every day and you can want to go to work? Because instead of building somebody else's wealth, you're building your own. Well,
here's the other thing that's great about what you do for the person that is thinking about having a consultation with you. Mm-hmm. Everything you do is free for them.
That's right.
Free.
I am compensated by the franchises. And so my clients never pay me. It's kind of like real estate, right? I mean, you go around, your realtor could take you around forever and show you thousands of houses. And if you don't buy one, they don't get paid, but you get some value out of that. You learn from the process. It's the same thing. People don't know what's out there in business. And actually my position is most of the people that come and talk to me probably shouldn't own their own business. But we're going to figure it out through the process because we're going to learn together what's out there, and we're going to be able to use specific concrete examples, and you're going to get information about the marketing plan, the operating plan, what the role of the owner is in the business, and if it's a good match for you.
Hey, listen, there's a lot of people out there that may not, but they're going to learn that they may want to and learn how to, because they're finding out that there's not that much out there for them. That we're talking about that for certain sector of a person that really they're having a hard time, and we all know we're talking about. We all know someone out there that's in that situation, right?
Absolutely.
So we've got our lines open here. You could check them out on his website, which is bizstartuphelp.com. Again, this is all free to everyone. You can also call him direct. His number is 602-900-9213. And our lines are open here. We've got 5 of these books that we're going to be giving away here. So our number here is 602-277-5369. And toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. I believe that everyone should call you and have that consultation. Find out what you can do for them, what you can offer them, and see where they stand.
Absolutely. Let's talk. Is it worth 30 minutes of your time to learn something new, to see what's out there? Why not? What's it hurt?
So again, with this new, this new time that we're in, especially when you just were saying that, people are so worried about education, mm-hmm. It would be very rewarding, especially, for someone to get into something like that kind of a business, owning that. What kind of business are they for the school ones? What are they?
Like I said, different things. I mean, there's, these after-school programs. That's the thing that's really growing and trending quite a bit right now.
I think I just saw something on that. Yeah.
And it's like I said, it's because parents are spending a lot of money on their kids. There's this perfect storm, right? Parents are spending a lot of money on their kids. They're nervous about their kids' education. The schools are wanting to add value. The phone's ringing off the hook of parents complaining that they're not getting enough education from the school. So the schools love to put these extracurricular programs in front of the parents. So as a business owner, your sales process in a lot of ways is done for you. You drop off some brochures, you take some cookies to the principal.
It doesn't mean that you're a woman that's starting a school. I just want to say that because, when people think about...
I didn't say that.
No, I'm saying it. I'm saying it because I'm thinking it for them.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
I'm thinking it for them.
Well, and school is actually a great example. And you mentioned tutor time earlier. I can't remember if we were on the air or not. But,
no.
If you are trying to make a bigger investment, or you do have the type of personality that is going to be in a better fit managing a big operation, unlike the one that I described, it's a very low investment, easy to scale model where you go into the school. There are plenty of franchise preschools out there as well, things that are doing really well in Silicon Valley. that they're looking to grow their brand in Phoenix as well, in Arizona as well.
This is free to you, and so we've got our lines open here. I know we're starting to get our calls for it. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. We only have about 4 of them left right now, so we're going to keep on going here. It's called Your Career 2.0. It's a survival guide for the battered career and investor syndrome. Our number here again, 602-277-5369. Check him out. It is bizstartuphelp.com. So welcome back. So you know what? The books, they're loving the books. So we're getting our calls during the break. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add 5 more so we can sell, get you guys some more of these books.
Awesome. They make great Christmas presents.
That's funny. Well, this is really for that person. How about that? We're going to talk about that in a minute because I want to talk about how you hold their hands and what you do with them and through the whole process, because there's a lot more that you really do with them, and it's incredible. This is a free service to you. That's what I want to get out to everybody too. And you're going to get a lot out of it. This book is called Your Career 2.0. It's a survival guide for the battered career and investor syndrome. So what we're going to do is we're going to open the lines again. Our number here, 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. If you called during the break and you couldn't get through, keep on calling, guys, because we want everybody to get one of these books here. For the next this segment. Okay, so let's talk also a little bit about you and what the process is when they start working with you. They meet you. We obviously know you're going to do a free consultation with them to talk to them, and then what goes on there, and how long does the process take, and all of that.
Yeah, it's a great question. People, generally speaking, have the desire to be self-sufficient and own a business. And get that financial independence. But a lot of people don't know the answer to the question that you just asked. So I'm glad that you did ask. It really is about learning. The worst thing you want to do is be sold something, right? And so you don't want to go into a sales process. A lot of times when people we talked about IHOP and Jimmy John's, a lot of times people do go into a business and they think, man, there's a line out the door. I wonder I should own an IHOP. They call the 800 number at the restaurant that they see on the wall, and when they talk to the person, they talk to somebody who in a large way is in the sales process. Right now, this person is trying to see if they are interested, either disqualify them from owning an IHOP or talk them into owning an IHOP. And it's a scary process, and for somebody that wants to dabble or just learn about, is business ownership right for me, it's just not the right way to go about it. And so what we do at the Entrapernur Source is we focus on education and coaching. We start out with, what are your goals? Right? If you're a 33-year-old new dad and you're looking the next 15 years and you really want to coach soccer with your kids and hang out, then the last kind of business that you want to own is a restaurant. Right? Owning a restaurant is going to take you away from the house during soccer practice. It's not going to make you available. Right? It's not for you, right? No. And so that's what we're doing, is we're trying to figure out, what are your goals? How does owning a business accomplish those goals? The business is a vehicle. It's not the thing. Your goals are the thing, and the business is a vehicle to help you get the thing. And
you've got 200 of those things.
That's right. And then we also work through financing. One of the scariest parts of opening a business is trying to figure out, can I afford this? Do I have to pay cash? People think about franchise. They go, that's so expensive. Only really rich people can own a franchise. But in fact, by being part of the franchise system, the SBA of the United States government, the Small Business Administration, actually makes more financing available at more appealing credit scores and interest rates to the borrower, because they know that franchises are more successful than an independent business. So it's easy to take your $20,000 and turn it into a $200,000 loan, just like buying a house, right? You put a down payment down, you get a loan for 30 years. That's what makes the American dream of home ownership work. And there's also an American dream of small business ownership, and we can make that a reality.
And I think that the people out there that are starting their own businesses, this is the American dream, and I think they want to help you. They're there to help you and help you get your dream come true.
That's right. I mean, that's exactly what the SBA is trying to accomplish.
They're fabulous about that. Yep. And for women, too.
Women, in fact, there's actually additional financing for some of the different groups, right? So you've got specific financing opportunities and programs for minorities, for women, for veterans. If you're in one of those groups, let's have a conversation. Let's figure out what's available to you. Because screw the glass ceiling, right? Let's own your own business and be the boss immediately.
Right. Now, here's the thing, guys. This is all free to you, so that he gets paid by whoever you get placed with. This is not an immediate thing, but this is a conversation. It's a 30-minute consultation so you can find out, is this a step that I might want to go into? Or do you have somebody in your family? Maybe you have some money. Maybe you have somebody in your family that you would like to see move along and get something.
My clients who have opened businesses, the fastest person that's ever done it has been 4 months. But this is not.
That's fast.
This is not. We're not trying to do something by Thanksgiving, right? This is a New Year's resolution time to start thinking about this, right? What do I want to do in 2017? What are my professional and personal goals in the next 12 months? Let's start that conversation.
I say this with other people that have come on for certain things, but I think it's the same for you. People, there's a lot of us out there that want to start. We've always had the dream of starting our own business and having our own thing. If you want to walk on water, you got to get out of the boat. So that means you got to make those calls. That's what these guys are here that are coming on the show. Talk to them. This is a free service to you, and it sounds like we've only got about 2 more books left now. So our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Everyone's getting entered in to win these books. So it's Your Career 2.0. It's a survival guide for the battered and career and investor syndrome. You can check him out on his website. It is bizstartuphelp.com. You can also call them direct. The number is 602-900-9213. Call in here, get the book. That's the first start. 602-277-5369. What else should we talk about?
I think that it is important to admit that it is a scary thing. That's part of why I'm here. The reason that it's a battered career syndrome, people are feeling like, where do I turn? Where do I get the information that I need? How do I learn about this? And it is a big investment.
I want to ask you this, too. There's a lot of people that I know, and there's so many different types of businesses that you can offer. You say 200. What's the most fun one? Like something different out there? Like, I know somebody that would have said to me, that, she would love to open a record store one day.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have things like that? I mean, what is it that you have?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's so hard to answer that because every client's different. Every client comes to me and they assume that they're the same. They go, well, obviously, everybody would want to own that kind of business. But it's not true. I'll talk to some people about a carpet cleaning business and they'll be like, ugh. I'll talk to other people about it and they'll go, sounds awesome, right? So, but for me, my kids are young. We are in this school phase. One of the ones that excites me the most is actually an Arizona company. It started here, became a franchise, and now it's called Apex Fun Run. And they don't do after school. They do fundraising for elementary schools. And so it's a business. It's a very profitable business.
It's an organization, but it's a business.
The business is a business. It's a profitable business. But what they do is they make their money, their profit, by helping elementary schools fundraise. So you've all received, the popcorn sales and the magazine sales and all that stuff. Well, those are businesses too. And they take an enormous percentages of the money that they raise, right? So you buy a thing of popcorn, it's $20. 18 goes to the popcorn company, 2 goes to the school, right?
Right.
The coolest thing about Apex Fun Run is they do leadership development with the kids. They go into the school for 2 weeks and they teach the kids about important character life lessons, and all along the way they're gearing up to do this fun run. And during the 2-week period, the kids are raising pledges for how many laps they run during this fun run that's 2 weeks out. So you get these high energy high school students and college students that are coming in and getting these kids really excited, the staff of Apex Fun Run, and then at the end of the 2 weeks they do this huge run and the kids just have a blast and they're learning a ton of leadership lessons. And the school's raising a lot of money for
and the
books.
Person that's now owning that is making money.
Is right, and they're a local business owner.
And that's also a nice thing is that you're local, and everybody's all about local right now.
That's right.
So again, we've got our lines open here. I think we might have one left here on these books. So our number here, it's 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Keep on calling. Our number, the book is called Your Career 2.0. It's a survival guide for the battered career and investor syndrome. Again, 602-277-5369. You can check him out. It is bizstartuphelp.com. What's your final? We've got a couple of minutes, so what should we talk about?
Call now and get this last book so I don't have to give it to my mom again for Christmas.
No, I want to talk more about in terms of how you can help somebody out there. Maybe there's someone out there that's really frightened, that has no idea what they're going to do. They have, maybe they don't even know if they have the money yet for something like this.
Oh, it's perfect. It's a perfect question. I have a client just like this.
Perfect.
And she's nervous about a lot of things. She doesn't like her job. They're downsizing. She's scared about what's going on with that. They're furloughing their employees. It's a big company here in the Valley. She was scared about franchises. Are they going to have too much control? Am I going to lose my money? So we looked at a business model. It's not a franchise. It's a business that helps you build a vending machine business, right? So anybody can go onto Craigslist and buy a vending machine. But what do you do when it breaks? Where's the best place to put it? Those are the hard parts. So this business trains people on how to figure all that out. And they actually come in and they help you at the beginning of your business to place them in locations that are going to be highly profitable. So she's starting a vending machine business where she's going to come out of the gate, own 10 vending machines. And she's talked to different owners, and they're projecting that she's going to be able to replace her income from her job in the second year.
Wow. And you know what? Talking about vending machines, that or going organic with, or natural or better for you, that's huge right now.
Absolutely. In fact, the vending machine business is a healthy food vending machine business.
Exactly. That's what it is. That's big right now. Again, our lines are open. Come on, everybody. Let's get rid of this last book here. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Check him out. It is bizstartuphelp.com or call him direct at 602-900-9213.